Hi, welcome to Forgotten Legends of Sound. It's been a little while, but me and Kevin are hanging out for the holidays, so yeah, it's going to be cool to do another album. Today is my pick, so we're going to do Gamma Ray's Sigh No More. And this is an album that I feel like the Gamma Ray fan base kind of underestimates, or at least, it's in my top three favorite Gamma Ray. If it's not my favorite, it's at least up there. I think this album's awesome. I love Ralph Sheepers on vocals. I don't know. It's an interesting album because it has power metal, but it also has some heavy metal and almost like this 80s hard rock vibe blended with power metal. And I just think it's kind of a unique album. Maybe there's some bias because this was like one of the first this one and Power Plant, I think, were the first Gamma Ray albums we ever got into back 20 years ago. But I still really like it. I think it's phenomenal. Any thoughts you have on this? Or
I remember us, we were living in Florida at the time when we got into this album. I remember us driving in a car with our friend Jake and stuff and just playing as time goes by a lot, playing Rich and Famous a lot, And one of the things that I really like about this album is it's just so damn confident. It's just all the lyrics and everything, and Ralph Sheepers just going for it all the time. It's like 1991. The whole power metal thing isn't totally fit into place.
Yeah.
And lyrically
stuff is dying, but they're fudge that.
They're just but it's just so they have so many weird lyrics and stuff in this album that isn't typical power metal lyrics. And I kind of like that. I like that it's a little different, And it just, I don't know, some of the transitions and things, it's just, like I said, I was just thinking about this the other day. I was like, man, they're just so damn confident with this album, and I love it. So
yeah, and that's the thing. The lyrics remind me more of something like Extreme, or like Skid Row, or something like that. I don't know. There's more political type lyrics in it, which power metal doesn't really do. I don't know. It's an interesting album, but I think it's awesome.
Yeah.
Should we jump into it?
Yeah. For those of you who've never seen our channel, we are actually going to go through each song with the lyrics and everything, and we are going to rate each song between 1 and a 10. 10 being masterpiece song, the best of the best. 1 being get this trash out of here, that's terrible, just to kind of illustrate, we want to showcase bands and albums that are a little bit underrated, a little unknown, so on and so forth. It's not like we're always going to do just check out this band, they only released a demo in 1994. It's that area of Gamma Ray is still pretty big.
Yeah,
the only reason why we're doing this particular album is it's kind of underrated in the whole Gamma Ray catalog. So anyways, so I'm down to start when you're ready, man. We're just going to go through each of the songs. So
yeah, and this is an interesting first track, definitely not what you would expect from a power metal album. But anyways, so this is track 1 from Sigh No More. This is Changes, and here we go. I like Kai Hansen's guitar playing and stuff too.
Another thing is, I feel like sorry, I'm going to just pause this. I feel like, just to add on, this album feels much more like Pink Bubbles Go Ape, Chameleon, Halloween era weirdness to me. This album feels much more like that stuff, where it's lyrics are freaking goofy and stuff. Songs are a bit more almost even big band or hard rock or other stuff. It's just not full on
power metal.
And so
but that's why it's kind of unique, though. I think this is better than those Halloween albums.
I do like Chameleon. Pink Bubbles, I struggle.
Yeah, those are still underrated. But I'm kind of those. I'm a little bit more I understand why people hate these ones so much. This album, I really don't understand why anybody would dislike it. If you like 80s hard rock, heavy metal, and power metal, I feel like this album should be up your lane,
And the reason why I brought up the Halloween, Chameleon, Pink Bubbles Go Ape is I feel like metal was in a bit of a crisis during that time frame, that early 90s, all the, glam and 80s crap was dying and stuff. A lot of grunge stuff was starting to come in. And I don't know, there's a lot of bands that I feel like are they're okay, let's change things up. Let's try this or try that or whatever in the 90s. And it just, I don't know, a lot of bands was kind of underappreciated in the 90s, and one of these days I'll do Mind Odyssey. To me, when I think of an underappreciated 90s band, I think of Mind Odyssey, and just
because sometimes there's some artists that they make music that is sorry, that was big the decade before, why are you making this when it's not big anymore? And it's like,
Right.
well, because they like that kind of music and they want to make that kind of music. And,
Right.
and I sometimes wonder if you're making music that doesn't, like if you're making a new metal album from today instead of 20 years ago,
Right.
it's probably not going to be as appreciated as it was during that new metal zeitgeist, you know?
Right.
But at the same time, I'm kind of like, that's kind of cool that people are willing to make music that doesn't just fit into what is popular at the time. They're just making whatever music they want, you know?
Yeah,
But
true that.
not that any, you know.
Yeah.
Yeah. But yeah, are you ready for some changes?
Yeah, let's go for it.
All righty.
I'll stop interrupting, you know?
Interrupting. Oh, please, no. Yeah. This album's awesome.
I know, dude.
I like this
I
album.
like this album.
Scary. Almost seems like a Terminator beginning. But then the guitar riff, it's like, oh. It's like more unassuming playing, you know? Feels much more blues, much more, you know,
Almost like Van Halen vibe or something,
Yeah.
you know?
yeah. Then this is when they start kind of upping it a little bit. Very groovy, you know.
What I feel. God is making me porous, vanish and lace.
Some of these lyrics, I'm like, it's been forever since I read these, so it's kind of interesting to see what it's about. This playing is just so tasteful.
Much more like 80s Halloween, you know?
Yeah. It's just the tempo's slower. Like, if it was all fast and whatnot, it'd be like, oh, that's the first. I love his high voice, man.
Rattle your gosh dang.
Rattle. Yeah.
All right,
yeah,
bro.
I'll go first. I like that song a lot. I think I'm giving it a 10 because it's so different. It's such a unique freaking song, you know. The chorus is very like idiosyncratic or whatever, you know. It's just I can see why this song would put some people off, but that guitar solo is freaking sick. I love how it gets into like the faster bit, and I like the kind of broody sort of like chill vibe, and then it just gets kind of more crazier as it goes or whatever. And Ralph Sheeper's vocals are just freaking awesome. What do you think, bro?
Dang, man. Part of me wants to give it a 10 because it's funny, this track was like a sleeper hit for me because I remember back in the day, you know, really liking track 6, 2, and 3 the most and stuff. But like as more time goes on, I'm just like freaking changes, man.
Yeah.
You know, I'll give it a 10.
It's a sleeper hit for me too. Like I wasn't impressed with it when I first heard this album.
Exactly.
It wasn't until years later that I was like, dude, freaking Changes is awesome.
When they start off and it's just like, and it's just so like relaxed and chill. It's like, you know, we were teenagers and I was like, dude, I want something quick. I want something heavy. I want, you know, and it was so just unassuming and everything. I was just like, what are they doing? You know? But I like how this song just grows and grows and grows, you know? I like when the I don't know, the TV announcer guy comes on and he's like, you know, relax and don't forget to unplug your TV set. And then everyone's just like, sigh no more for like that moment there. I'm just like, oh, heck yeah, you know. And it's an interesting song because it's like, it's I feel like they're doing almost like 2 or 3 different songs all jammed into one, and it shouldn't work, but it does work. Yeah, you know, and I don't know, man. I like it.
And the lyrics is just like, man, it's a lie if everything's good. Like, it's a lie.
That's the thing. Can you pull up the lyrics real quick? I did want to mention, I like how, you know, he says like early on, he's like, I need to grow an island, you know? I need to grow an island somewhere inside my head.
Where nothing can disturb me. Where I'm free, where I'm forever
free. Set. Yeah. And then down here he says like
the Egyptian god.
He says the island in my mind is growing more and more day after day. That's cool. You know, it brings it kind of back.
It's almost like this disconnect from like society or disconnect from life or something.
Yeah, and like doing your own thing and stuff, you know, like
changes.
Make some changes. I don't know. Maybe it's like
gotta change the way we eat. I gotta change the way we treat each other.
I wonder what was going through Kai Hansen and the whole band. What was happening in their heads at this time that they wanted to go with these lyrics, wanted to go with this music? Because I like I said, that early '90s for metal was not. It was a darker time, you know. Yeah. So I just
can a brother get a little piece?
You know, I'm just curious. You know, just curious. So anyways,
cool song. You ready for Rich and Famous?
Yeah, let's do it.
All right, here is Rich and Famous. This is they up the speed now.
Yeah, they're goof troop sometimes. I tell you, they're a little goof troop.
Yeah. vocals remind me of like Ty Anderson and maybe doing it. It's hard to tell sometimes. His voice almost sounds kind of funny, like he just, like he's hamming it up a bit. Yeah. Yeah, it's that kind of swagger that makes me like feel like this reminds me of a lot of the glam metal, hard rock kind of stuff from the 80s, that sort of swagger. But
I feel like they're kind of like making fun of it all. You know, they're just, I'm going to give it a 10. I like that song. It cracks me up. It's, cool. Like Ralph Sheepard really does hem things up, like fuzz and diamonds, and it's just like, he's going for it. So I've always enjoyed this song, I like that the drummer goes for it a lot of times, and so.
Yeah, I'm giving it a 10. I love that bridge part. You think you'll put your best foot forward, body that's moved by someone else, I don't know. There's something about it that's very melodic. That whole bit reminds me of like Halloween kind of melodicism. Yeah. The chorus is a little bit more like straightforward or whatever. Yeah. But that bridge part is just freaking amazing. And that guitar solo is awesome. Like I love that song. It's a lot of fun.
Yeah.
Ready for as time moves by.
As time moves past the point of present.
I hope we have enough time on this video. You ready, buddy?
Yeah, let's do it, man.
This one is also another. This one might be one like my favorite. I don't know. This one's up there.
That they're just freaking pulling your chain right there.
Yeah, like,
you know what I mean?
Yeah. Or being like, this is what you guys asked for, Onward is just so freaking good, man. Everybody's so put together, like it's just, you know. Halloween solo. Yep, Halloween. Of course, yeah, of course, High Hands solo, same difference.
Yeah. Like a week after that.
Yeah.
Drum solo.
Oh, snap.
Heck yeah, man.
So sick. Man, that one might be my favorite. Dude. That song is so
that's so
good.
freaking good.
It's kind of like typical, I guess, metal thrash lyrics, like we're fudging doomed, nuclear war or
We shall
high-tech
die.
war, and
We shall die.
but it's just an awesome freaking song. That whole bridge section into the chorus and everything about it is just so fudging amazing. The guitar solo, 10. Forgotten Legends of Bias.
Yeah.
10. I'll give you a 10 too, Kevin.
It's a 10, man. It's a 10,
Yeah.
dude. I feel like this song, like, dude, Ralph Sheepers, like, really goes for it, especially that last chorus. He's just freaking going for it.
He's going ham.
And that's the thing. I was talking with a coworker of mine who also likes music and stuff, and we were talking about, like, certain albums or certain bands that are underrated, overrated, how you can tell when, like, someone's giving it their all, when someone, like, it feels like a genuine, honest,
or if they're
listening experience, or if it's like they're like, well, we got a contract, got to release an album, and 2 years, oh snap, we got 3 months, all right guys, let's just shovel some crap out there. It's just, so I like that Ralph Sheepers is just freaking going for it, and I've seen Primal Fear live. And like Ralph Sheepers is the guy who's metal and even I mean he's probably in his freaking 50s or whatever.
He was too metal to be a Judas Priest,
Yeah. That's right. Because he tried out for
Judas Priest,
yeah.
and then they got Matt Barlow or someone, or
they got the Iron Maiden guy.
They got the Iced Earth guy.
Okay.
Yeah.
Sorry, I was thinking of Blaze.
They got like one of those the Iced Earth singer. I can't remember which one.
Oh, gotcha.
But I've never listened to those Judas Priest albums. Tim Owens,
or
either him. or Matt Barlow. I can't remember who. Yeah.
Fact check us.
Fact
Feel
check
free,
us.
whatever.
Forgotten Legends of fake news.
Yeah. But yeah, I like I like how the whole song is about like how terrible war is and everything. And in that beginning sentence, it seems so sarcastic. They're like, what's wrong with politicians? They do their best for you.
Yeah.
And it's like, dude, like they're just freaking messing with you. You know, because then the whole thing is like freaking we can never get away from the people who say we can't be free and stuff. Yeah. And it's like. It's such a great
freaking song.
Yeah.
And the whole like the first thing a long time ago. You got a little Hammond or something going on, and then just that whole what's up?
Yeah.
It's like they just ump the intensity right there, and it's so freaking cool.
Yeah.
Awesome song.
Awesome. Yeah, man. Not much more to add.
Know that.
I mean, I hope you as a viewer can understand why we love this album so much, though. It just, maybe we're a little bit biased because this album and Power Plant were the first ones, but I don't care, man. I freaking love this album, dude. So,
and who knows? There might be one person that's just like, Sigh No More, man.
Yeah.
You never know.
Yeah, for real. So.
This thing is just taking its sweet time. All right, here we go. Here's We Won't Stop the War. And this one sounds more like an Aerosmith song or something.
Something a little more classic rocky.
Yeah.
Yeah, and the horns.
Yeah. Dude, it sounds like 80s Aerosmith,
And Chameleon.
Yeah, Chameleon too, yeah. But what's interesting is this album doesn't have a lot of metal riffs. It has a lot of hard rock riffs.
Yeah,
which makes it so interesting. I like how that bass drum like trails off. Just kind of it's kind of cool.
I know.
Waiting for it too. I was like,
I don't know the guy is stuck with the friendly grin. Somehow I might lose my brain. Somehow I might not even care. And somehow I never really reach the way that you want.
I like when the music clears. I'm so happy.
We can run and we can walk. We can sing and we can talk. We won't stop the war. We won't stop the war.
This one's good too. Oh, want some dinosaurs? He just says that after every song.
I know, right? This one I feel like is one of the weaker ones for me. I'm not sure if like, you listen to an album from beginning to end. I wonder why they picked like song 3, like anti-war song, track 4, anti-war song. I wonder why they put those right next to each other like that. Yeah, I don't know. But I mean, it's definitely more of a bluesy.
Flip the coin,
I know, they're like, sure, won't stop the war. I like this song. I feel like it's very compact and everything, but it's maybe a little too safe, a little more grounded in the blues and the stuff that like it's almost like, well, yeah, of course you're gonna like some little boogie woogie, like I don't know. So it doesn't blow me away. I'm thinking an 8 or 8.5. I'll give it an 8.
Yeah, I think I'm giving it an 8 as well. I was telling Kevin this during the song, because Kevin did it. I was like, hey, might as well. No, but I was telling Kevin, one thing that's different about this album is a lot of the guitar riffs, they're more hard rock riffs and whatnot instead of like metal riffs. He's not sitting there doing, palm muted, riff kind of, stuff that he would in like Halloween or whatever. So it's just kind of interesting that you've got all these riffs that are like more like, it's based more in like Aerosmith or something instead of, and maybe that's one thing people don't like about this album, because if people are diehard power metal fans and they go from like Land of the Free or somewhere far, or somewhere out in space, and then go to this, it's gonna be really different, But if you're open to that kind of stuff, then you might enjoy this album.
Yeah, it's definitely a different era for Gamma Ray too, because it's just like, I mean, you listen to let's take a look at Halloween, older Halloween. There's that transition part where then all of a sudden everything is much more metallic, much more heavy and everything. And part of that is like, sure, equipment and everything, but then like, it's just, I don't know, got a little heavier. And so this is still in kind of that,
Yeah. And this is like not trying to be as like heavy or hardcore as like Walls of Jericho. It's not trying to be a speed metal album or, it's not trying to, so it's just kind of, I don't know, you just got to take it for what it is.
Yeah.
Excuse me, you ready for Father and Son?
Yeah.
I like this one.
Yeah.
It's pretty dope.
Kind of a ballad.
A little ballady. Wonder what it's about.
I think Harry Chapman,
There's a Simpsons episode that's pretty funny where, I'll tell you later. Another sleeper hit.
Did you ever wanna have a doubt? You are the best for me. Somehow things went wrong and it tore us apart.
This feels like a ballad from like all those 80s hard rock people,
Did you ever think it was so easy? Thought
piano
my time was running out. Tried all I wanted to, but you did not agree. But I was calling for you. Oh, for you. I was calling for you.
That reminds me of Queensryche a bit.
Yeah. Bridge.
Early Friendland kind of.
Yeah. Exactly. That's what I was thinking. Like the song Bridge.
Yeah.
It's trying to lose the fight, so they take a look and see. I'm blue as I can be. If I'm a days you made your own way, found an easy way of life. Well, I'll be never satisfied to work from 9 to 5.
Yeah. I thought, dude. Oh man, what is that?
I don't know. That's something though. Is it my turn? Yeah, I think it is.
Yeah. Oh, no, whoops.
I think I'm giving that one an 8 as well. I really like the talking part, but then like when it's rocking out, it loses a little bit for me. It's still a great song. I still enjoy it a lot, but it's kind of like along the lines with "We Won't Stop the War," where it's like I like both of those for different reasons, but kind of about the same.
Right.
You know.
I'm gonna give this. I'm gonna give it a. I'm leaning between a 6 and a 7. I'm gonna give it a 6.5. The problem I have with this song is the chorus is very just kind of generic, and the song really just kind of loses steam as it goes on. Like when it starts and everything, I like the talking part. I like but then it just. I guess like maybe I would have been happier with something a little more sad. Instead of just more, hey, we're singing by a campfire, Father, you can hide, like I just, I don't know,
like Forgotten Years, like some Mike and the Mechanics.
Yeah, like some freaking Mike and the Mechanics, like it just, I don't know. So this song, it is a weaker track for me,
Yeah.
I want to like it more, but I don't know if I can because a five is
you're
like,
right, man. It's not as good as We Won't Stop the War. That one's got some freaking groove. I'm doing a 7.5
because I think like 5 is like average. I still think the song is good.
Yeah.
So somewhere between that 6-7 range. So
yeah. Real quick, that Simpsons episode, Homer realizes that he doesn't know crap about his son, and Bart's like making a little go-kart or whatever, and he's like gets some advice from some counselor. This is how you get close to your son or whatever. And look, I work with my son, and they like love each other. So then he's like, hey boy, what do you do? And he's like, build a go-kart. And he's like, oh, I could help you. And he's like, no, that's okay. Just like Bart doesn't want to, he's just kind of like, why you bugging me or whatever. Anyways. Just kind of a funny episode. I changed my score to 7.5. The more I think about it, the more I'm kind of like, it is a weaker song.
It loses steam as it goes.
Yeah, it really does. That acoustic solo is pretty cool, though.
Yeah.
That's pretty cool. You ready for One with the World?
Yeah, let's do it.
Here we go. This one's a banger. This one is Start Running. Bangers.
For this world to live in unity as one. I can try to believe, but I feel it's like a view into the sun. Blinded by the light.
We have great bridges in this album, Mystic as hell.
To the point, do you think we reach today that is too high? I know we don't know it, but I know we're all the same. When the final curtain falls and the signs on the way, I got told. When I'm one with the world, I am one with my
I like the drums in this song. Yeah, that's it. Kind of more tribal and stuff.
There's some place we all know, salvation to find, there's freedom to count when I'm one with the world in my mind.
It's nice to do another album again. It's been a long time.
It's like messing with that Randy bar line. That's so low. small tinky. Yeah.
I know.
Yeah, perfect element.
I'm gonna give this one an 8.5. I do like this song. I like it more.
That's what I was gonna pick.
I like it more than tracks 4 and 5. But
yeah,
I don't know. I'm not sure. I like the bridge and everything. I just feel like the chorus.
It's a great song. It just doesn't blow you away.
I just feel like I just want a little more energy right now. You know, it's like in the middle section of this album, it really is kind of a mid-tempo album. Yeah. And then we get back to Start Running or something, and I'm like, because it just, those first 3 tracks are like guns blazing, you know?
Yeah.
And I'm not going to say this album is perfect or anything. It does have its flaws, and here's where some of the flaws are, you know, in the middle section.
Here, folks.
Yeah, in the middle section of the album. So it's just, I don't know. I don't have much to comment on this song, but I still like it. I like it more than 4 and 5. You know, I think it's a great song. It's just
for me, it's not a 10. I gave it 8.5, not because Kevin said 8.5, but I gave it 8.5 because it is a great song, and I like it more than those, but it's just not up to that level where it's like I don't go out of my way usually to listen to this song, but in the context of the album, I'm always like, this is a great freaking song, you know. Whereas some of those 10s are songs that I listen to just like on their own, you know.
Back into.
Hi, our other video got cut, so we are basically just restarting where we had left off. So yeah, without further ado, we're just gonna continue with Start Running. So yeah, here we go.
Treasure on earth, it stands to reason that we have got.
Ding, 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 ding.
Dope. I think it's my turn.
Yeah, it's your turn, man.
Yeah, man. I kind of want to give that a 10, but I don't know. I feel like I'm being like almost too generous. But man, that song is just awesome. Like that guitar riff and the speed and whatnot. It is pretty dope. But at the same time, I don't know. The chorus is not as. I'll do a 9.5. You know, it is a fantastic song, but.
Yeah, I'll give it a 9.5 also. I do think it's a step down from, 1 through 3. But, I mean, it's just... Again, I don't know if it's just, like, too safe, but it's got that typical kind of just speed, kind of let's go for it and everything. I'm not sure how they could make it better. Maybe I wanted maybe a little bit more melody or something in, like, the solo section or something. Maybe a nice, Halloween, or something, but I don't know. Yeah.
It's a great Judas Priest song.
Yeah, that's for sure. So, yeah, I'll give it a 9.5. I still really like this song. I don't think it's quite a masterpiece, but I still think it's pretty awesome.
It's still awesome. Yeah, I think the guitar is just, and I like that Halloween little part where children of the light. That whole part is pretty cool.
Some March of Time or something.
Yeah, it sounds like a Michael Kiske part.
Yeah.
But anyways, yeah, pretty dope. You ready for countdown?
Yeah, let's do it. Another solo. Come on.
A lot of bass. A lot of bass in this album.
Yeah. Just disillusionment kind of stuff.
Definitely just has like this old school metal vibe to it. This section is the part I like the most.
And we got nothing to lose.
Rise.
Fall.
Fall. You.
What do you think?
Man, I'm not sure if I like this one more or less than track 5. I like with track 5, I like the verse section, but I've got more problems with the chorus.
Yeah.
But this one, I don't know. It just there's a lot of like just kind of bluesy kind of rock kind of stuff going on, and I guess maybe as I'm going through the album and everything, maybe it's just I've never like looked fondly on this song because I think by the time I get to it, it's just like let's go to the Spirit, let's do some more metal type stuff. So maybe there's just a little more rock in this album versus metal than what I would like. But yeah, I'll give it a 6.5.
6.5.
All right, let's see if you copy me.
They don't know that I already put 6.5. Yeah, I'm putting a 6.5 as well. Yeah, it's a good song. It's kind of a traditional heavy metal sort of song, It sounds like something from straight out 1981 or something. But it doesn't have enough melody, and it doesn't have enough to really keep me engaged. The lyrics are kind of similar to Rich and Famous, where it's like, all of this is, nothing, and, we're just waiting for the end of the world, like, kind of the meaninglessness of success or something. As well as maybe some time goes by and we won't stop the war, like we're all gonna die kind of lyrics, but
I kind of liked how the lyrics were like, everyone's doing deals in these open cars, and like just everyone's just kind of, the world is going around, and like everyone's pursuing money and whatever, and until the end of the world.
God is my liquor and all this other stuff. Yeah.
So.
You ready for some Dream Healer?
Yeah.
This is like the weird one of the bunch.
I did feel like the lyrics were like the best part on Countdown, honestly.
Oh, yeah.
I like the lyrics the most, but like musically, just not enough going for me.
Yeah.
So, yeah. Actually, I'm really curious what our thoughts are going to be with Dream Healer. This is probably the most unique song on the album.
Yeah, I think you're going to dig it more than me. I don't care for there's some things I like about it, but it's kind of long, and we'll see. We'll see. This is one of the weaker ones for me, though.
I don't know, it might be pretty darn good.
Serious sounding. Listen.
Gotta listen, yo. All right, bro. I guess this is you, huh?
Yeah, that song, the verse section and like the little guitar riffing part is really cool, but then the chorus is always just kind of like boring to me, you know? Like it's just kind of, I don't know. But the guitar playing and stuff is pretty cool. I don't know. I think it's a step up from Countdown, but I think it's a step down from the rest of the stuff for me. So I think I'd give it 7.
I think I'm gonna give it an 8.5. I like this song a lot. I find it like very interesting and everything, but I wanted the song to be a little more epic, a little bigger than what it was, you know? Like when they're going, he's coming out, ding ding ding, ding, he's coming out. I wanted to hear like some backing dream healer as like an emergent kind of dream happening or an emergent kind of awakening or something breaking out of consciousness or something, you know? I think you could have captured that really well musically if like it was constant like dream healer being repeated as it's building up,
more
and doing
mysterious
stuff.
and more epic.
More mysterious, more weird. I would have been down with all that. And you know, I mean, this is 1991 and everything. Sure, there's maybe some budget stuff, but I would have liked this to have been like kind of the epic or something for the album, which I mean, now it's kind of a staple. There's always epics for power metal albums and stuff, but like, I don't know. I feel like it could have been like something even more, maybe even some much more like sliding, like just strings, and then breaking out and everything. I just wanted the song to be crazier, you know? And another thing too is like, I kind of wanted, when he's saying listen to dreams, they always tell you the truth. Instead of slowing down, listen. Like I wanted them to go faster. Listen.
And then like you have this epic ending to
right,
it.
You know, just kind of go out with a bang. And
the
way
way it ends with the whole listen to the dream healer, it just sounds a little tired. I don't know.
Right.
Like it's just
I like the way that it starts and everything, all kind of slow and everything, with him just, you know, while your wildest dreams.
Yeah.
And I like when they go to the second verse, they do the chorus and everything, then they go to the second verse, instead of going slow again, they just, you know, out of the mornings, you know, you know, and I'm like that's cool.
I feel like the first half of the song is really good. And then in the second half, they kind of just lose it a bit, you know, and it just doesn't like recover. I don't know.
I do feel like the whole, you know, I see red and I see blue, that whole section, I feel like I wanted it to just be a little more. I did like the soloing and stuff, you know, that was pretty cool. But yeah,
it's almost like, oh, this is an interlude part, but then we don't even have like an ending really. It's like it's an interlude, but then it just kind of trails off. Like I don't know.
So I think it's a really cool song and everything, but I do think it has its flaws. Just you know, that's like my opinion, man. So
I really like the whole. Reminds me of something like Mike Oldfield would do, like in those instrumental songs or something. Like I don't know, that's some cool stuff. You ready for The Spirit?
Yeah, let's do it, man.
Here is the last track.
Well done, did.
This one's pretty dope.
Yeah, I like The Spirit.
There's so much bass on this album. It's kind of cool. I didn't really remember that, you know? The drums just sound cool.
Miles of power. fear. SOS, no more life goes here. I could ask the maker about the master plan. Couldn't give an answer. Would I understand? I read the words through dress on the wild winds of sea. But the spirit of a free world is the final dream. The spirit of a free world. The spirit of a free world. The spirit of a free world. The spirit. The spirit. The spirit of a free world. It's driving us on. It's driving us on. Freedom. Freedom. Freedom.
Ralph Sheepers be killing it, yo.
Yeah. I gotta add up these scores. Yeah. Gotta be free, yo.
I'll
Yeah.
give
what'd
my
you-
thoughts
what'd you
on
think
this
that
one. Man, I'm leaning between a 9 and a 9.5. I'm not sure if I like Start Running more or less than this one. I'll give it a 9.5 because I like Start Running because it gets me up and moving and everything. But I like the spirit of the spirit, you know? Like I just like the feel of this song. I like how it's just like very, I don't know if serene's the right word, I don't know, but it just makes me feel good. You know, it's a kind of a feel good song. And I'm glad that it's like the closer and everything because it kind of leaves, every time I go through this album, it just leaves me feeling good about this album.
Yeah,
You know?
it's got this
So-
like triumphant, optimistic ending.
Yeah,
sort of,
yeah,
in
like
a
an
way.
optimistic ending, yeah.
Yeah. What did you give it again? Sorry.
9.5. Yeah,
9.5.
9.5 for me, I think, yeah.
Yeah, I gave it a 9. I love that rhythm like part, like the verse section when the acoustics ding ding ding, and it's like upbeat with those drums. It's just that's really cool. I do feel like the chorus could have had maybe a little bit more. It's still a great chorus, but I could feel like it could have had a little bit more. But it's still an awesome song. But I think those first three and Start Running probably are better. Let me add up. I'm gonna just add up the scores. If you want to just share your thoughts on the album as a whole. and then
Yeah.
we could kinda close it out.
My closing thoughts for this album. I'm glad you picked this album, bro. You know, we've been talking about doing this album for a while. Just because it's kind of I feel like it's one of those weird albums in Gamma Ray's discography that's I don't know, maybe a little overlooked, but I'm glad we ran through it. I think Ralph Sheepers just freaking killed it, you know, vocals and everything. I think maybe the hardest part to get into is some of the more, I don't know, maybe old school bluesy type stuff. Like if you're a power metal fan jumping into this album, you gotta like manage your expectations.
Yeah.
Because it reminds me a bit of like Dream Space or something from like Stradivarius. Like if you're going from like Episode or the Elements or whatever, and you've never heard like Dream Space and you go into it, you're gonna be
really
like
different.
Yeah, it's gonna be really different and everything.
I feel like if someone's coming from like Queensryche or some of like the old school like metal kind of stuff, then it'd be easier to transition to this album than someone coming from late 90s,
modern.
2000s power metal. Like going from that to this would be
right.
maybe not their thing. I don't know.
I agree. I feel like an old school metalhead would like this album more than like a younger kind of metalhead person.
Yeah,
you know,
or power metalhead, I guess. Person.
Right, yeah. But yeah, I agree. Someone who's more so into the 80s stuff would enjoy this maybe a little more than someone who's
Yeah.
yeah.
I'm glad we did it too. It's an album that's always been a favorite of mine. It's got a little skelly. It's cool, you know. And I think it is pretty underrated. Yeah, it's a pretty fun album. Do I think it's not a masterpiece, but it's still a damn good record, you know. So and I don't think I have much to say. The rest is kind of what we've already said, but
and for everyone, you know, out there, like definitely buy the album and everything, like support the artists and everything. Like we want to do this to give information and kind of be another sounding alarm or something that, hey guys, check this out, this is awesome, you know. And like help out the bands and everything, because we're not trying to take away from any of the bands and any whatever.
Yeah.
Like
we're not monetizing nothing.
Yeah, we're not monetizing
we don't
nothing.
Care about
we don't
that. Like,
we don't give a damn
Yeah.
about all that stuff. It's like we love music so much that it's like we care that people are listening to it. And over the years and everything, I remember when this kind of a little story for the closer, but like I remember like us talking, like you, me, and Chad and stuff, just talking about doing this channel and everything.
Mm-hmm.
And one of the motivations was like, dude, there's certain albums that are gonna be forgotten to time.
Mm-hmm.
They're gonna be forgotten. Sure, they'll be listed as like a name in a book from freaking years ago, but like no one's gonna talk about it, no one's gonna listen to it, no one's gonna care, you know. And that just bothers me. So there's a lot of like certain bands and stuff that I'm like, do I think Gamma Ray is going to be forgotten? No, I'm just saying that like there are certain albums and certain understanding of like a band or an artist and their work that will be forgotten unless people talk about it and share it.
The thing about the internet is the internet is categorizing everything in such a way that it's kind of like, yes, we all know because it's been said, repeated many times, like Godfather's the best movie, or Pink Floyd Dark Side of the Moon is the best album ever. Like there's certain ways that the internet reaches every person on earth, and then it says how things should be.
Yeah, it's codifying
It's codifying every single thing in like pop culture or whatever.
Mm-hmm.
And that was kind of one reason why we wanted to just showcase some of the underestimated or unknown bands that were just like, yeah, if the internet is not going to, you know, talk about these bands because everybody's attention is so focused on the famous stuff, then it's kind of like, okay, well, we need to make sure that we kind of push a little bit more in the other direction.
Yeah,
we all love that kind of stuff too. It's no like heat, or we're not blasting like famous stuff because we like that stuff too.
Yeah,
but we just wanted to put more of an emphasis on some of these underrated or obscure artists and albums.
Yeah, I feel like it's become such a problem within music where it's like I'll be listening to either videos or I'll listen to people talk about certain things, and when you've got like a rote presentation where people are saying the exact same things,
over and over
then you're
again.
like, what's happening here? This is the internet. It's supposed to be like everything is.
It's supposed to be free thought and
free
everybody,
thought,
whatever.
free, you know, everyone's got their own opinion, and then I'm listening to one guy, and it doesn't matter what the band is. It's like I'll like talk, you know, hear someone talk about Metallica, and then people are saying the same exact thing, or I'll, you know, Megadeth, same exact things. Even like Gamma Ray, like people always talk about Land of the Free. You know, it just, there's certain like albums and certain discussions and things that are like codified as the acceptable. If you're a fan, you better talk about this. And it's just kind of like, well, I'd rather hear the guy that's kind of coming from a weird angle on it, and is like, you know, like, man, I just love, damn it, I just love Hit the Lights for Metallica or something, you know. Hit the Lights,
like
that's their best song, you know. And then I'm like, you're 60 years old, you know, or something. Someone that's so into the old school, like, you know, those people that are, they're rare, but like Kill 'Em All is like the only good album from them, you know.
Occasionally,
But
I love hearing dissenting voices.
Dissenting voices,
I just enjoy that. You know, it's more interesting than hearing the same crap over and over again. You know,
I like hearing the oddball dissenting voice more than I like the, you know, if you're a fan, you know, you should, you know. Like, so anyways, I'm glad we did this
and
album.
That's another thing too. If someone is like, oh, my favorite is Land of the Free, it's like, cool, that's cool. Like, there's nothing wrong with, like, I mean, like some like Rust in Peace is my favorite Megadeth album.
Right.
It's kind of like sometimes it's just the way it is. I'm not just being a contrarian to contrarian sake.
That's true.
But at the same time, I'm kind of like, Cryptic Writing's just so fudging underrated. I'm just like, dude, that album's freaking sick. Like, you know, it's just, I don't know. There's our advocacy, or whatever you want to call it, it's not against, like, you know, we're not at the point of being contrarian for contrarian's sake, you know?
Right.
It's just like, enjoy what you enjoy, and
that's my main point. It's not to say that like you can't have a popular opinion. I just want people to come to their opinions through their own journey and stuff. I don't want them to come to like, oh, this is popular. I don't want to be seen as like less of a metalhead or less of a, you know, so I gotta state popular opinion. Exactly. You know, it's like, dude, who gives a damn about that? You know, nobody knows you, nobody knows us, nobody knows anybody. So it's just kind of like, dude, like, have your opinion and be happy about that, because at least it's like honest and original and stuff. Don't just like placate the masses that you know, dead internet doesn't even exist. You know, it's just I guess all I'm saying
I'm
is
tired
just
of
do your
fighting
own
with
thing.
bots online about
Yeah, you know, why
opinions.
fight with bots, man? They're not even real people. So, anyways, I just, yeah, just something on our mind. But when we started this channel, it was like, dude, we want to showcase some stuff
Yeah.
that just is not being talked about.
And
so.
and another thing too is like when we started it, there were so many bands that all of us liked. Like I remember Chad being like, "Dude, I've never met anybody that likes these bands. Like I, you know, whatever band." And same thing with me, and same thing with you. Like you're just like, "Dude, I've never met a single person that listens to Dolly's Dilemma." You know,
Right,
and I was
yeah.
like, "I've never met a single person that listens to Universal Pop Lab
Yeah.
or whatever." And then Chad, it probably would have been like Fondle Corpse or you know
Right,
some of those
right.
because he loved
Yeah.
that underground old school thrash
Yep.
and death metal stuff. And I'm kind of like, yeah, man, like. Because all of us, when we became adults, we all lived in different places. So
Yeah,
we
yeah.
weren't living in the same place where all of us could be all like, yeah, Fauna Corpse, and like, you know, have our
Right.
little like group of like everyone into the same stuff. I mean, yeah, we would still talk on the phone and whatnot, but it's just kind of funny how it started because all of us loved so many like cool unknown or underrated bands, and we were just kind of like, man, it would be cool if someone, because we kept seeing all the reaction channels, all the whatever, and all of them kept on following the same sort of like, oh, we're gonna just keep doing the same songs that everybody loves. Like it's very
Right.
crowd pleasing, which is fine. You know, we all love a good crowd pleaser sometimes. But it was more like, man, I wish there was people that were covering like the weird stuff or the obscure stuff, the stuff
Yeah.
that nobody covers. You know, so
Shout out to Chad. Like, dude, I like how Chad, he came from a lot of death metal, a lot of grindcore, a lot of American bands.
Mhm.
But like in the past 5 years, he branched out a lot to like, because
Yeah.
I think Fondle Corpse was like what, Denmark or something. I
don't know.
I think they're like I might
not
have to
sure.
look it up or whatever. But I know he branched out to a lot more of those kind of horror metal bands and stuff.
Mhm.
And some of them were coming out of the Scandinavia, the Germany,
Yeah.
whatever. And it was cool because Chad was getting out of the American scene of like the grindcore and everything, and I thought that was pretty cool. But anyways, yeah, it's just music's great. So I'm glad we did Gamma Ray. I got the next pick. It's gonna be a non-metal pick for me, and then I'll go back to some more metal stuff and everything. So
cool. Yeah, thanks for watching and have a good holiday season, guys.
Yeah.
Okay, so we keep on messing things up, but that's okay.
we haven't done this in like 3 months, man. Like,
I know.
give
What do
me
you
a break,
expect?
but
You haven't done this, and what do you
Yeah.
want from me?
what do you want from us?
Okay, so I'm gonna say the final scores because we just forgot about it.
Yeah.
So this is what we gave Sigh No More. I gave it an 8.6, and Kevin gave it an 8.7. So
Oh, okay,
pretty
okay.
neck and neck. The overall score we gave this album was an 8.65. So pretty cool. Very, very high score. Yeah, thanks for watching again, and goodbye.